everybody. Welcome to FNS Wrestling Podcast, episode 316. Back down in the basement studio to talk about another week of professional wrestling with my teenage son and co-host, Jack, right there.
Hola.
I was just telling you it's freezing in our house and in the basement, but super humid outside. I've already played. I feel good. We're recording at like my preferred time slot.
Which we don't usually anymore.
Which is like early afternoon where I've gotten up and had a coffee, and I already played 27 holes of disc golf because I have the coolest hobbies. I was thinking about that today. My hobbies are very cool. We just had booster juice like we used to back when we started recording, so my energy's good. I was just thinking about my hobbies. So my hobbies are super cool, right?
Run them off.
Wrestling?
Yep.
Really cool. Audio gear?
Cooler.
Super cool. Pickleball?
We're going up.
And disc golf. Those are the things I care about.
You improved
doing.
on each one.
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot lately and playing well, so that's cool. And then in other news, your brother's in like a huge basketball tournament this week. Like usually his tournaments, even if it's a big tournament, it's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? This one is potentially all week it runs. So anyways, that's cool. Unfortunately, it's AAU ball, which means it's by American rules. And
are you guys going out tonight, you said, right? Because it wasn't yesterday? It was
a game tonight.
Okay, it just occurred to me just now.
So it's AAU, which is like kind of American rules, and they do their age groups differently.
Okay.
So his team accidentally got put in with other teams a year older than them. Which when you're 15, the difference between 15 and 16 is pretty big sometimes. But anyways, their first game, it was a nail biter. I think they lost by 1. And the next game, I think it ended up being a 10-point game. So they're holding tough with some older, bigger teams. And your brother himself is playing really well. So what I started to say was that I got to sort of hear a bunch of a Guns N' Roses concert as a kid of the 90s, a teen of the 90s. They were playing at Rogers Stadium, which basically shares not Rogers Center, which is downtown.
It's very weird.
This one's out at Downsview. So it's Rogers Stadium, which basically shares a parking lot with the venue that Nate was playing, because he's playing in an old converted hangar that is like 4 or 5 basketball courts in an old hangar. That's why it's like unbearably hot. There's no AC in there. And that's disgusting. It's like you come outside and it's over 30 degrees outside Celsius, and it feels like it's relief because it's probably 40 something in that place. But anyway, so I got to listen to, before his game and in between games, some Guns N' Roses I got to hear for free. They were playing, you could hear them like clear as day. Like honestly,
it's a
5-minute walk.
Axl Rose like?
I don't know what the makeup of the band was,
Isn't
to be honest.
He kind of shot now?
They sounded okay from where I was, but
I remember hearing about like he's on his voice can't take much more of this.
Yeah, I could see that. When I came in, it was "Welcome to the Jungle," so that must have been like one of their first, probably opening songs. And in news from you've got stuff on display here that.
Oh yeah, I made another bank destroying.
So you
purchase.
bought with some birthday funds. You bought another. Speaking of cool hobbies.
To buy things.
I wonder. Yes. So mine were
another lightsaber
already listed, and you got a new lightsaber, which is very cool, actually.
Double blade one, but
all metal, super heavy.
Yeah, and then I've been buying. There's a new series of the belt slap bands.
Yeah,
which I've been buying on Walmart.
Oh, you put the Divas one closest to me.
Yeah,
that's nice. It's the best.
I have 3 Divas ones now. I don't like that.
Amazing.
I got Divas title, the women's title from like the 2000s. The women's North American title. I got the Undisputed title with Cody side plates.
Oh, what is this?
The Ruthless Aggression World Tag. That's the women's North American.
Oh, okay.
And then I got Punk's Signature Series belt, which is one of the hard ones to find. So that one's cool, I guess.
Hooray, Punk.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
So we didn't watch SummerSlam at all.
I did not.
I don't know if anything will come up about.
I thought about it, and then I didn't.
But we'll do the usual. Dynamite, NXT, news, rumors, some trivia, and you can jump to whatever you want. There's timestamps, but I don't know. I'm done bantering. You want to talk wrestling?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. First segment every week. It's news and rumors. So I'm going to tell you right now, I have one news story that I'll get to, not right away, but eventually, that I'm pretty excited about.
I also have one that I'm pretty excited about.
Oh, good. And it's not, well, I won't even.
Does that do anything to do with TNA?
It does. Is it the same one?
I'm going to say it because I think it is the same one.
Okay, well, I'm going to go first, but I'm not going to take that one. Okay. So if you want to...
I think it's the same
based
one.
on your face.
I'm pretty sure it's the same one.
I'm pretty sure, too.
I would have mentioned it to you sooner, but I didn't want to because I was going to put it here.
Oh, yeah. So I saw it then. That'll be fun. So I'll start out with injury news. Shiloh Hill, apparently in his match with Tristan Angels 2 weeks ago, broke his face. I forget what the technical term is, but like the upper jaw. So he's out for a while, obviously. Although I saw him.
Did he break his tooth? Oh, wait, it's not real.
Maybe not as long as initially thought. And they did have him in a segment on NXT that I'll talk about later. So my hope for him is that
they make his gimmick dumber because now he's got.
They have time to not. Like, just not do whatever he's been doing lately and sort of...
They might find a way to do it still.
Yeah, they might. But anyway, so hopefully he gets better quickly, I guess. But, okay, go ahead.
So, TNA announced a new partnership?
That is
okay,
it.
I thought so.
Mine says TNA announces innovative partnership.
Yeah, so I initially saw it and I thought it was funny. Then I saw more about it and I thought it was funnier.
Me too.
So, they have a partnership with Dude Wipes.
Yes.
You already have my attention. You know this.
Damn, I was so excited to break this news to you.
I was also excited for this.
Oh, go ahead.
You tell me that you have a partnership with Dude. I'm already in.
And then it gets better.
It does get better because at first I just had that and I was like, okay, if WWE are too chicken to put Dude Wipes logos on somebody, I hope TNA are willing to do it. And I said,
are they ever?
Do it for the money still. But then I saw a blurb from the press, like the press release. Oh, it gets so much better. This is the only bit I copied down word for word. So if you have anything after,
we might have the same.
That's probably is. The partnership centers around Dude Wife's mascot Deuce becoming a part of a custom TNA storyline through backstage segments, match walkouts, some ringside appearances, and original digital content. I cannot wait to see how they introduce like a Dude Wipes mascot into TV.
Sorry, in your description, did you? Because I was reading mine at the same time. Did you touch on what it's going to look like? The mascot? Because I have that.
I do know. I think I just saw a picture of the mascot. Yeah,
so,
he's like a giant. He's a giant. If it's the mascot I saw, it's like a giant box of Dude Wipes.
It's a large pack of Dude Wipes with sunglasses, arms, and legs. Will appear in backstage segments, match walkouts, at ringside, and in digital content. And
this is custom storyline and original digital content. Those are great terms.
People, I hope, are going to clip every appearance of this mascot and put it on social media so you see it. Cause
they'll post it. They will post it.
It's so great.
I
can't wait. To be in a custom TNA storyline is...
So that means like they're going to like...
TNA's back. Let's go.
The first thing I think of is like imagine you did this, but remember when Edge and Booker T had the match over a Japanese shampoo commercial? I'm imagining like something like that.
Put him in Wrestle House.
Or it's like, I don't know, Eddie Edwards and Casey Navarro have, like they're trying to get into a Dude Wipes commercial, or like they're trying to like, you know what I mean? Something stupid like that.
Yeah.
That feels too normal to me though. I needed to be something more ridiculous.
What was the other, Swingers Palace? Did he have a casino or something? Yeah.
See, this is such a stupid and terrible ad integration that I think it's hilarious. And then there's like the mug root beer one from SummerSlam. That one's just terrible.
Oh, with Gable winning the...
Yeah, because that's one thing we can talk about from SummerSlam was Gable won the Intercontinental title.
Which is great.
Which is great. It's 2 years too late, but...
It is.
Cool. 2.5 years too late, maybe, almost.
Congratulations, good Shorty G.
And then he's like celebrating with his family, and then like the mug root beer mascot has to come in and like
I saw pictures of it.
Parade with him,
of course.
Because
I was just listening to a recap of SummerSlam, and the person I think it was probably Mr. Mutant Larry listing all the ads just rapidly before anything actually happened. So the following ads like this, and it was like 15 different things.
Well, yeah,
in SummerSlam, not that we would know.
It's so blatant and just terrible. So at least TNA, this is going to be really funny. I hope.
Oh yeah, it'll be awesome.
Mean, there's a chance it's just terrible and I hate it, but
yeah.
Right now it's sounding really funny to me and I'm really excited.
Me too. I was very happy. I thought I was going to break that news to you. I thought maybe that slipped by.
No,
I was like, that was the one I was excited
never going to not be on my radar.
So one of the things it looks like, and I'm not surprising, Brock Lesnar possibly not done if there is Saudi money to be made.
Yeah.
So several high-ranking officials, quote unquote, whatever that means, in WWE expect Lesnar to be involved in some capacity at Mania 43 because it's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I would think I jokingly said that to you yesterday.
Yeah, because I was telling you about this.
Now it's a news. Yeah. So not surprising.
WWE announced a tournament to find a new challenger for Roman Reigns because they're doing a Raw in Mexico City at some point in the near future. So they're doing I think it's a tournament with strictly luchadors. Not Danhausen. So probably LWO guys.
Yes.
Phoenix, Penta, whatever. And it's despite this being for a Raw title, it's people across Raw, SmackDown, and AAA.
Of course.
AAA I get because they're not on any main WWE brand. So if it's a Raw AAA tournament, that makes sense.
Thing, yeah.
But I don't get why SmackDown guys get to be in this. And by SmackDown guys, I'm pretty sure I just mean Rey Fenix and maybe
who's gonna win?
Los Garza.
Penta?
So if you were to pick one luchador across Raw, SmackDown, AAA to face Roman Reigns for the world title, who would you pick?
Vikingo, but he's hurt.
And he's also a heel. Who would you pick out of just any luchador?
Any luchador?
Currently in WWE AAA or AAA.
Phoenix, just to give him a push.
You know who's rumored?
Who?
El Grande Americano.
Okay.
That's
cool.
Which makes sense because he's super over, but it's really funny to me because he's not Mexican or even American.
That's cool. That is funny.
It's just funny. It makes total sense. I'm not even mad at it. It's just really funny to me.
That's cool. I didn't even think of him.
Yeah. That's why I thought it was funny because I knew you weren't going to guess that.
Undertaker in an interview with, I think it was Chris
probably Van Vliet. I think he was just on that.
You know how he currently has a podcast, right?
Yes.
He talked about how much he hates podcasting and he would rather go to the dentist. So it's when his contract is up, he is not doing this.
No one made you do that.
I've heard speculation that he stuck around so long to establish his wife as a co-host, and then she'll just keep co-hosting Drivel on the new WWE radio stuff, right? So now she's established as a co-host. He can get away from it because he hates it, and it's now going to be whoever with Michelle McCool as we spew WWE propaganda on our radio station.
I hate the whole WWE radio thing. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Disgusting. More TNA departures. These ones aren't major, but
I don't know if I know these.
TNA taking more and more hits. Mara, Sade, and Jody Thread are gone.
They're getting that big dude white money. They're cutting contracts. They're going to be making money. TKO's going to love buying
number 2
them.
promotion.
Sorry, Sade. I saw.
And so Sade apparently is rumored to head to AEW. Yikes.
No.
Talent-wise, makes no sense because she sucks. But there is one reason to make sense.
She's okay.
She's dating Kevin Knight.
Oh.
So, thanks, Kevin.
Woman in the Callis family?
It's weird they don't have one yet.
She could pull off, maybe. She got better, I think. I don't think she's terrible.
Callis should take Persephone. It would give her some rub. Yeah. And, she's already a heel, clearly. Take Persephone and take... Honestly, no, not Tekla, because Tekla can speak for herself.
Tekla's a lone wolf.
You need some solid... Tekla's a lone wolf as she has her own faction.
Who I just forget. I just erased them in my memory. Sorry, it was Sade and who else?
Jody Threat.
Aw. Personal friends of ours?
Yeah.
Wow, we were friends with her parents. What was it? They were sitting in front of us and we didn't speak a word to them.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they're within our circle.
Yeah.
What else do I have? Last thing, I guess, at SummerSlam, to talk about SummerSlam more, Brie Bella broke her scapula, which is
literally
back of the shoulder type deal. No surgery needed, out 3 to 6 months. Oh well. Don't like to see anyone get hurt, but their overall match quality is going to go up.
They just turned heel on Paige too. So
that
kind of sucks. And Nikki Bella just came back.
Fresh young talent, eh? Yeah. Churning in this company.
Right. Even the women
making new stars.
So I guess what we're going to do with Nikki Bella, Paige feud while Brie's gone. That's great. That's cool. That's fun.
Is Vicaire still alive?
She just came back.
She did.
On Raw. Becky Lynch
in what capacity do you know?
I think she's targeting Morgan for the title again.
Okay.
Because remember that segment we talked about where we didn't talk about on Pop. I mean off air. We talked about they censored that one line from Becky.
Yeah.
Because she just came back.
Right.
I think Becky's, since she's been gone a bit, which I didn't know she was gone. I'm going to be fully honest. I didn't know Becky was gone. I knew Vicaire was gone because she's been out since Mania. I didn't know Becky was gone. She came back. She's inexplicably a babyface because that's how that goes sometimes.
It does with her, it seems.
With wrestling in general, but definitely her.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Owens, we'll talk about that one after.
Happy to have him back.
Yes.
Love that guy.
But I'll talk about that after. Anyways, she's inexplicably a face, so I think she's going after Morgan, and then Vaquer returned at the end of that segment too, as Morgan was leaving. So now I guess maybe we do like a 3-way with Becky and Vaquer, so that's kind of neat, I guess. And then I guess the only notable thing I can think of from SummerSlam was that the Zayn Balor match, which I was hoping they'd have Balor win, so Zayn, because then you continue Zayn losing and screwed over. But of course, why would we have Balor win?
He's not winning
anything. They added Gunther to that match, and then they added Kevin Owens. He's back. So despite him being like a mega heel when he left, and he was like pile driving or
killing people,
Cody and whatever, he's a face now because he's been gone for like a year, which makes sense. He's probably got a lot of goodwill because like it seemed like he might have had to retire at one point, right? So it's great he's back.
Yeah, I miss that guy.
But it's so funny because now like him and Zayn have basically flipped dynamics because Zayn's like kind of leaning heel and Owens is definitely a babyface now. It's less problematic than this, but it reminds me of Cold MJF. It's that kind of situation where we just had like a bitter feud between former best friends, but then one of them got injured at a bad time, even though their feud was done when he got injured.
It felt worse because the injury didn't feel as long. Like Owens has been gone forever, it feels like.
Cole was gone a while.
Was he?
Because remember, it was the ankle thing.
That was so bad. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ankle. That was pretty bad. He was gone for a while.
And then MJF was gone for a while. But it's because Cole was on TV for a bit, even when he had the disintegrated ankle, because he had the Undisputed Kingdom, he was there for a bit, and then they like took him off TV because I think it was hindering his recovery.
Right.
That was the whole thing.
You mentioned his name. Did Gunther beat Magnus?
Yes.
He did?
Yes.
Good for him. I was worried he might not.
Yeah, me too. But I'm glad they went with that one.
And sorry, Punk retained?
Punk retained. None of that matters.
What was Reigns doing?
Beating Rollins again.
Oh, right.
Shield stuff again.
Forgot.
Chelsea Green won the interim title, so that's cool for her.
So now it's like, are they using that Unreal to... Because remember the whole thing was...
Hayes said she wasn't... Yeah, and I've seen that mentioned. I'm like, I don't know. It's so stupid.
But the interim isn't... Like, I don't think they think that's... Are they just throwing people a bone going, there you go, leave us alone about Chelsea Green? Well, now
it's like I've saw there's debate that they might drop the interim thing because Ripley just underwent surgery. Right. And she's gone longer. Right. So we're recording this on Friday. They could make Chelsea Green like permanent champion tonight, which would be really funny because she's been interim champion for a week.
That'd be good for her, though.
It would.
I'd be happy for her.
I'd be fine with that. It's just funny that they did this interim thing when just the timing of it's
and funny that they could have had her like 10 years ago if they wanted to.
Chelsea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? But anyways, it's tough because I am very, very content with my position in life of not giving WWE a cent of my money in any capacity. But there are talent I like Kevin Owens, right? Like
Owens, Zayn,
I miss not
Mello,
seeing him.
Dragunov, McDonough,
There's some
Balor.
great talent there. It's the machine that I have the problem with.
Even I used to like the Shield guys,
not the people. I think Oba is the coolest thing they've had in
Breaker when he was good.
Really long time.
I'm gonna say it, Logan Paul.
What update me on Julia right now?
Oh, she lost to Lash Legend in 2 minutes on SmackDown last week.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
She was like a can't miss. She was like the biggest free agent signing, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was U.S. champion twice.
And I'll be honest, I thought she was good in NXT. I didn't think she was as good as she was, like I'd heard she was. Maybe that's just being in the WWE ecosystem is not the same as being in Japan, right? So
I would agree with that point.
So it might not be her fault. But anyways, I'm done.
Last one I had was because it was on Collision last week. I don't know if we talked about it. Did we talk about Machine Guns?
I don't know. I saw they came back on. Oh, they debuted?
Yeah, because they came out at the beginning Collision, cut a promo, and then they saved Bang Bang Gang later on.
Okay.
So they could do a Death Riders program. I was thinking like if they needed a match for All In, you put them against Pac and Claudio. I hope they have something better to do at All In, but that's just like kind of my give them a match.
They're not the same as them, obviously, but like the Rascals certainly haven't done anything since coming.
No.
Machine Guns are probably a bigger deal than that.
Machine Guns will be fine. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Because I think they're cool, and I want to see them actually do things other than what they did in
You've always liked Alex Shelley.
I do like Alex Shelley. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think he's
You always thought he was cool. You did always think he was cool. I think he's back to having that hair.
I think so. Yeah. I think he's had it for like a bit now. But yeah, I like them. And speaking of tag teams, you know what wasn't on SummerSlam? Either the tag titles.
Of course not.
Because
I don't even... I haven't heard that much if it was good, not good, really anything.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard mixed things.
Yeah.
Because like you also had Danhausen being Dominic Mysterio in a Human Money's on a pole match.
What's going on with Dom Mysterio? They're the blooms off the rose.
Maybe
there.
They hate him. They're him and Breaker. Like look at them like a year ago.
They found their new toys in Boba and Danhausen.
Yeah, and not even Trick, because Trick lost to Baron Corbin.
Trick seems
There's
to be
another
like,
one.
Yeah,
Baron Corbin won the U.S. title again.
Oh wow.
Because he beat Trick. Obviously, he's holding like the fur title. It looks so funny.
It would
like,
look
it
funny.
does not work.
No.
But yeah, like neither tag titles were on there. But we had to have Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo fight the Bloodline. We had to have
and what
the Bellas
there?
and Paige against Fatal Influence. I'm pretty sure the Faces won.
Oh yeah, Fatal Influence got on SummerSlam. Good for them.
But like not with the tag titles though.
Right. But Triple H loves tag team wrestling.
He did.
Don't you know?
It's just, I don't know. I don't know. And I've heard there was like a lot. I don't think it was as bad as Mania, but I know there was like pretty much the same amount of ads as there was wrestling.
I would assume.
And
it seems to be a 1-to-1.
I'm pretty sure like I heard good things about Morgan and
Me too.
Morgan and Vicky, Morgan and EO.
Yeah.
But even then, it's only like 13 minutes.
Yeah.
But then you had Punk and Cody going like half an hour. And oh yeah, that's another thing I want to mention. Is Punk absolutely whiffing that moonsault. I saw people saying like it's like homage to Terry Funk's like crappy old man.
I think that's what he said.
I think that's giving him too much credit.
I think so too. I think that's just him being fairly quick on his feet and coming up with that.
And also, even if it is homage to Terry Funk, that's fine. The flip was shitty, but he also didn't even hit it though.
Yeah,
it'd be different if he actually landed on Cody. I'm like, okay, maybe it's the Terry Funk moonsault, but I don't like that's giving him too much credit. He didn't even hit it.
Punk later revealed on ESPN SportsCenter.
Oh, it's on ESPN.
That the rough-looking maneuver was an intentional homage to hardcore legend Terry Funk.
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit.
He's not a stupid man. He's just a very, very like disingenuous.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
Weasel, in my opinion. Only, obviously, I don't know the man, but anyways,
I don't buy it, and I don't know. They had a big old set for SummerSlam too. It was gigantic.
I'm sure.
I still don't get why we're doing SummerSlam 2 nights.
Because they can.
I guess so.
More tickets sold.
And
more ads.
That reminds me, I did see that the rumors are that next year's Rumble will be the last one-night one.
When?
Because we're gonna have 2-night Rumbles starting in 2028.
When you are putting so many ads into every show,
you don't have time to do wrestling on one night.
No, the point is you can just double that money by putting on another show, right? Yeah. And selling when you're doing a 1-to-1 of ads to
and make everything a whole weekend extravaganza.
You just do it all because you're creating double the time to sell to ads.
And then look at it this way too: is if you have the 2 nights on the weekend, but then you also have Raw and SmackDown. So now it's a 4-day thing where you're making money. Obviously, there's less ads on Raw and SmackDown, but there's still money to be made there.
I saw a picture, don't know if it was true. You know how they were selling ad space on the mat? Like you can get your name on there. That not enough people bought to fill it in, so they were just putting in like wrestlers' names on there. But
I saw a green shirt guy got on there, I think.
Yeah, cool. All right. How about we shift gears and talk about a company we actually enjoy.
Something I care about.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that now. It's this past Wednesday's episode of AEW Dynamite. All right, let's talk about an episode of Dynamite that, man, if you want to talk about like in-ring heavy episodes of Dynamite, this was over 2.5 hours. It went into overrun.
I guarantee pound for pound, there's more wrestling on this than SummerSlam.
Oh, like, easily.
Minute for wrestling.
Okay, we have to count the ads on. Yeah, way better. Way better.
Yeah.
So there was the odd little non-match thing, but very little on this. It was pretty much wall-to-wall matches. So I feel like we'll get through it quickly.
Because this was Grand Slam Mexico for the second time now. We're in Arena Mexico for a big old special extravaganza.
Kind of felt like a little pay-per-view for the Mexican fans, right? Like, not a lot of build to some of the matches, but like top tier talent and like lots of action.
Mm-hmm.
And a really like shout out to that crowd, man. They were on fire for most of it. I did make note of a little lull.
I do love the Arena Mexico crowd,
but they enjoy their wrestling for sure.
I love the look of Arena Mexico too. It's so different.
Looked cool.
Like the stage is cool because it's got like the stairs with like there's screens up top and there's screens by the stairs. Like it's such a unique setup.
And at one point they talked about the ring being different because it's a permanent fixture there.
Yeah, and the barricades are bolted in
which
too,
is cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And we got a ring level ramp.
There's an interesting like vibe to that place, I think, for sure. It feels different anyways. I liked it.
Yeah. We start with Cope and Cage and the Young Bucks taking on Death Riders. And I did love the crowd entrance for Death Riders in this. It was really cool. Pac's wearing an England jersey, I think.
Yes.
Because World Cup.
Because
they
soccer.
took out
Football.
They took out Mexico, I think, out of the World Cup.
Sounds right.
And I was thinking in the moment too, like this entrance, all this nonsense. It's so funny that like with the Reigns Rollins feud, people are like, some people are probably expecting. Most people are just like clamoring for Ambrose to come back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many times are we gonna do this? Anytime the Shield's mention, people are like, oh, Ambrose needs to come back. He should come back. He's gonna come back. One, Moxley's here for at least another year. And two, he seems so much more happy here, and he's like the performer I think he's supposed to be.
I think he would have to like lose his love of wrestling a little bit and just want to like cash in on one more contract and get
because like the creative was so bad when he left, right?
Yeah.
But it is a new regime. But at the same time, it's like it's so soulless and like I don't know. The ideas would probably be less batshit crazy than Vince, but it would also be just terrible.
I'd like to think he'd never go back, but I would never say never.
I wouldn't say never, but I'd probably say never.
Yeah, there's a universe out there where he's back.
Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna happen.
I hope not.
Because he's built his legacy.
I wouldn't bet on it.
But... No, he's built his legacy here, and I mean, you look at the state of the product now. It's like
I know.
I mean, I just saw Reigns and Rollins saying like they shouldn't have even reunited the Shield last time, so I don't know why they would do it again.
For that moment, and then never plan anything after that moment.
They did, yeah. Imagine a Shield reunion now.
Reunited, boom, goes viral, and then it's like whatever.
They just
back to Mitch, bring it, dust off Mitchie.
That's crazy that you remember that.
Because that's so bad. Like that's in memory burned. Mitch the potted plant, right?
Yeah. I will still contend that's better than him getting his ass vaccinated on TV.
True.
That's worse.
Yeah.
That and then he came out with the gas mask.
Yes, that was.
And they put like sirens on his theme song.
I actually at that point felt bad for him. Like I felt sorry for him.
I don't think I registered how bad that was in the moment because at this point I've maybe watched wrestling for 2 years when that was happening.
Embarrassing.
And like the fact
felt like he was being punished a bit somehow.
Well, it's funny because that was like before I think he decided to leave. So it's like this was just them doing that.
That was just a nail in the coffin. Probably.
Yeah, it was. And it's even funnier because then it's like it was even worse because I remember there's Vince also wanted him to rip on Roman for having leukemia to get heat.
Yeah, of course.
Like I remember I was just watching a video about it and there's the one thing that was so terrible that Mox doesn't even want to repeat it.
Oh.
Cool, because Vince.
Yes, because Vince. Imagine.
Like, which is even crazier too, because Roman's like one of the guys that Vince loves. So it's like that he wanted one of his like closest friends, on-screen allies, to rip him for like having shoot cancer.
Shoot cancer. Yep.
For heat, like that's crazy. And then like the gas.
There's no limits to the depth.
Right. I guess so.
Yeah.
Which I mean, given Vince's real life escapades, I guess that's not the worst thing he's ever done.
Allegedly.
Right. I think I saw a little while ago. Didn't they move to take that out of court or whatever it is?
It's being settled or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. Anyways, back to the match. It's for Death Riders. It's pretty much everyone except Claudio.
Yep.
He wasn't even there.
Right. And then so I'm immediately going. So who's getting pinned, Yuta or Garcia? Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Yuta took a cheap shot at Cage, then that breaks into an early brawl. Cage and Bucks with a triple hit on Pac on the corner. Then Cope and Christian hit sidewalk slam inverted DDT thingy to Pac. Nick's on the receiving end, repeat offense from Death Riders. It ends in Garcia locking in the Dragon Tamer. Christian breaks that up. Copeland hot tag. We get a double 619 to Mox from Copeland Nick. Copeland did not stick the landing on that.
I hear that being reported like he's the guy that slid under the ring.
O'Neal.
Yeah, like it wasn't a perfect 619, and I don't believe that I'm in the position of defending Copeland because I'm not the biggest fan, but like it
made me giggle a little bit, like,
but it wasn't like he Titus O'Neal'd it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or like LA Knight slipping off the ropes all the time.
Like, it wasn't a clean 619 for sure.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was whatever. Cage with a low blow to Mox behind the ref's back, then a triple super kick from Copeland and the Bucks for a 2 count with Death Riders breaking the pin. Copeland counter Death Rider, Impaler DDT to Mox. Shafir interferes. Weird. Cage yanks her off the apron. She slaps him. He kicks her in the crotch, which is pretty funny.
It's just actually picturing the Titus O'Neal thing. That was one of the funniest things.
That's awesome.
Because he's a giant dude, and he just like slid
Well, and think about this too.
You couldn't script it better. Like, he couldn't try to do that a million times over.
Well, and the thing is, too,
so good.
He was lucky that was a international show and they just brought the ring apron, because usually they have the LED apron
I would have been
on the hard cam side and on the entrance stage side. So if it's any other show, he would just be colliding face first in an LED board. Probably.
Oh, so funny. Sorry. It just, like, as I talked about it, I started reliving it in my mind, and he's just this huge dude, just whoop right under the ring.
It's so funny to me that that's real, because it's so stupid. It has to be a work, but like, how could you possibly work that better than a shoot?
Execute that.
It's so perfect. It has to be a shoot.
It was amazing.
Like, it has to be a shoot.
I think so.
There's a great tag sequence from the Bucks. They were just ripping a lot of tag offense on the Death Riders. I thought it was really good. It's just when the Bucks get going, there's nobody better.
Nope.
Copeland with the spear to Mox. Phantom pin because Yuta has the ref's attention. Copeland and Matt have an accidental collision. Mox rolls Copeland up with a handful of tights, and the Death Riders get the win, which I did not expect.
I did not either.
I thought it was a solid opener. The way I phrased this and probably the other trios match, it's some empty calorie fun, I think. Right?
I like that phrase too. I thought the same thing.
Oh, I didn't realize we had 2 women's matches this week.
Huh.
It's just like, it adds a bit of tension between the tag teams for the all-in match, which is fine. Like, at least there's some meaningful story progression here, but the rest of this, like, it's just some solid action. It's entertaining enough. It's enjoyable enough. It's not like the most hectic, insane multi-man tag we've ever seen. Like, the Bucks had like at least 5 or 6 better ones in 2025, but this was good. I enjoyed it, especially when the Bucks got going, like I said, and the crowd was super hyped, so honestly that helped. And I was really expecting to see Yuta Garcia eat the pin, so the result was a nice surprise.
100%. Very
that was cool.
And
but it was solid.
I thought very, very similar to you. Like, it felt like it was kind of a gift for the crowd, the live crowd.
And I think for Copeland, because I know it's like, they even mentioned on commentary, it's a bucket list thing for him to compete in Arena Mexico, and even said this is probably the only time he'll be here.
Because aside from Yuta and Garcia, this is a very star-studded opening match, right?
So Pac's a star.
And a really clear heel-face dynamic. And so the really good action, like you said, it's not a crazy trios match top tier, but definitely a fun opener. You said empty calories doesn't feel important, but was entertaining while it lasted. And then they were showing like the babyface team was still kind of okay with each other afterwards. So they were able to coexist, would you say?
Then there's a recap package of Ospreay Omega's epic segment last week. Then we get 3-way action again with Andrade. This time he's facing Commander and Tommaso Ciampa for the number 1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet at All In. Ciampa's wearing a U.S. flag and like U.S. colored gear, so I love that.
He was really leaning heel here I
loved it.
Because Andrade's beloved there and Commander's so he was just like full on embracing heel, and it was he looked like he was having fun with it.
And based on the design, Ciampa is reusing gear from WWE.
I would never notice, but
I peeped it almost right away. Once I noticed what his trunks looked like, it's just that's like the design like layout that he had for his WWE gear, and the knee pad angles it just reminded me.
The angle of the knee pad art, guys.
The angle of the line. I knew that. Well, I knew that because now
ridiculous.
He's like, anyways, because like he wasn't even wearing this gear towards the end of his WWE run, so it's like this looks like gear from like 2021, 2022, I think.
I know he wore gear, but outside of that,
maybe 23. I don't know. Anyways, their perfect rope walk spaceman plancha from Commander to the floor. Like, he got great airtime and also landed on Andrade and Ciampa perfectly.
I felt like he walked further than usual too. Like, it was crazy.
Looked similar, I think, but he just
nailed
the landing there. It was perfect. It was like the one he did to Nick Wayne through the table at Redemption. Like, that was perfection. Andrade at the springboard corkscrew plancha to the floor. Ciampa with a great anti-air knee to Commander. Ciampa beats up Andrade's pants.
That's what I mean. Like, Ciampa was really going for it.
Well, he did that to the Canadians mascot at Redemption too.
And it was kind of funny.
He tries to pin it. Commander misses a springboard 450, and he eats a Project Ciampa for 2. Yeah. Him beating up Andrade's pants really made me giggle.
And hitting a Project Ciampa to the pants.
Like, it's so stupid that it's really funny to me. And it's because Andrade's like taking off the pants is so over. It's such a good way to get heat. A springboard avalanche poison rana from Commander on Andrade. Then Ciampa with a super air raid crash for 2 to Commander. Finish comes and Commander hits hits a crazy springboard poison run to Andrade, then the rope walk shooting star to Ciampa. Andrade pulls Commander off the pin, hits the DM for the win, so Andrade's confirmed in the gauntlet match, which makes sense. I mean,
of course.
Again, this is why I don't think he should have won the national title. I don't think he needed it.
Right.
And he's already not defending it at the biggest show.
I know.
I know. This is why Davis should have won. I'm sorry.
Too many titles in general.
That too. That's either Davis should have won or this belt should have not existed. I lean towards the latter.
Mm-hmm.
Andrade says things in Spanish. How you know? MJF's music hits and he attacks Andrade from behind with the triple B. He's still carrying the belt. Then he hits him with the ring and he beats Andrade down. He's busted open. He throws him off the ramp. MJ picks up the triple B and orders that piece of trash to be taken from the arena right now. He's an American hero and the best pro wrestler in the world, and he's the rightful champion. He wants to talk about how he had Omega dead to rights at Beach Break until Ospreay got involved, and it's thanks to Ospreay that the paper champion Omega gets to walk around with a toy belt, and the Wembley main event was his. He doesn't care because he always gets what he wants, and next week in Vegas, there's another Casino Gauntlet qualifier, naturally. And he's going to win that, and he'll dog walk Andrade in the gauntlet and win the contract again and do exactly what he did last year. The Triple B is the only championship that should be recognized. He's the only champ that should be recognized. And after All In, no matter who it is, he'll remind everyone, like it or not, he's the one true champion. So he's carrying around his belt still, I guess.
Good vicious attack from him, and I thought just a good, really intense good promo too.
Yeah, super fun match as expected. I think I liked the one with Perry and Nick Wayne the other week better.
Mm-hmm.
That one was just so good. But this was still really great action. I thought Ciampa was a fantastic heel presence, and he had a much more ground style compared to Commander's high-flying stuff. And Ciampa and Andrade are so fast and crisp. I think there's just a lot of good stuff going on here. And Commander got a lot in again. He showed off again, right? Like
he's just doesn't miss anything.
No,
it's crazy.
It was great. The finishing sequence was really well done, I thought, and we got the expected result. And I'm glad MJF's back. I was expecting them to just do like a straight one-on-one match with him and Andrade, but I like this because it adds more interest to the Casino Gauntlet. And we kind of saw a similar strategy last year with MJF and Briscoe, right? They were feuding. I think they had a match on Dynamite.
Stories going in, and then some new ones coming out. Maybe right, is like what you go for.
MJF and Briscoe feuded, and they started off the Gauntlet match, and then this year we'll have MJF and Andrade start off. And last year we had Briscoe and MJF have a match at All Out, right? Which is where we were there for that.
We were.
We could have Andrade and MJF do the same thing, like have them feud in the Gauntlet match, but then have that be some sort of catalyst for them to have a one-on-one match at All Out. Maybe one of them costs the other or something like that, right? I'm surprised he's carrying around the Triple B, but I'm interested in a real world champion storyline, especially once Ospreay wins the title, since he's the one MJF's blaming. It's like, okay, we could do a champion versus champion quote unquote thing, and it's kind of funny how. I think they were aiming towards that with Punk and MJF when Punk had his fake belt, but then they never did that. So now it's kind of MJF's role reversal on that.
And in the meantime, as a guy who's always loved Andrade, right? He is in like a feud with the biggest heel in professional wrestling, probably, right? So something cool for Andrade, who's really over right now, to do until you get to MJF and Ospreay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this match was an awesome 11-minute triple threat match. Like just no lulls in the action. Ciampa was super entertaining, and Commander was just flying all over the place. So yeah, I thought again, they're just giving this crowd just really fun action to watch, and they have really good energy for most of this show.
Mm-hmm. There were some packages between the matches on the show. There were some I didn't write down.
There was a Willow Monet one, and I wrote nothing new. Just a recap of pretty much just the in-ring segment.
This is when my lightsaber came, so I wasn't.
And we really liked that segment, but it was just last week, and they basically were just like, here's what happened last week. Yeah. So it's fine. A reminder.
Because then we're rolling into Willow and the Brawling Birds taking on Mercedes and Divine Dominion, a.k.a. Megacross.
Yeah, and I can never remember their tag team name. I literally had Monet and blank until I think you said it while we were watching. Because I can't remember it. I don't know what it is.
Brawling Birds work together to take down Bane, then we get a senton from Willow. Stark exchange between the two tag teams. I wrote BB and DD.
I have that as well.
Stereo Germans from Divine Dominion, then Stereo Lariats from Brawling Birds, and everyone's down. Willow with a huge spinebuster to Monet for 2. Middle rope Meteora from Monet to Willow. My patented sequence for all, because that's how we do.
And that was fun. That was a fun sequence too.
Monet goes for her crappy finisher. Willow counters into a backslide pin for the win. This was solid. Nothing bad about it, but it's that typical pay-per-view preview, especially because, as was confirmed after the match, we're getting Brawling Birds, Divine Dominion for the tag titles.
We already knew that, honestly.
I've been working on that assumption for months.
I just accepted they're not going to tell a story other than you have titles, we want titles. And
we're both undefeated, quote unquote.
That's where it was going, yeah.
So that's fine. I think commentary pointed out Willow pinning Monet with the backslide is a nod to when Willow won the TBS title for Monet. So that's a nice callback, I guess. Other than that, like, this was solid.
Yeah, it was good. It was one of those, like, let's put them in a trios match ahead of their separate pay-per-view matches, which I understand why they do it. I don't always like it because I feel like we got...
This one, at least we get enough time between. Like, there's
you're right. There's over 3 weeks still.
Yeah.
But it feels like we just got most of Brawling Birds and whatever the other team is tag match.
Tell me right now.
Right? And we're going to divide
No,
Dominion.
you don't get to read it.
But yeah, I thought this was a good match, good pace to it. And I think the Brawling Birds and Divine Dominion are going to have like a really good physical tag match.
I think it could be really good.
I just wish I cared more.
Me too. But that's a lot of women's matches. So.
Yes, they're not putting the time into it, but still the match
they're putting time with Willow Monet at least.
They are.
I'm glad they're doing that.
Me too.
Then we move on to Fletcher Speedball for the international title. Hooray!
Yes.
Yay.
My only note before my thoughts, because I couldn't not write it down and you'll get to it, is the lawn dart spot was wild.
Ugh, disgusting.
Crazy to me.
Speedball brought out the baggy pants for the first time in AEW. That was cool. I don't hate that because I know he's worn those before.
Yeah.
I do still hate Fletcher wearing lace boots instead of kick pads. I don't think it looks as good.
Didn't even notice.
At least the boots are white this time, so it's better than the burgundy ones that he had.
True.
Or the maroon ones, whatever.
Maroon and burgundy are made up words to me, to this colorblind man.
Fletcher, the first spot I had was Fletcher catches a suicide dive attempt from Speedball and just lawn darts him into the barricade. And mind you, these barricades don't move.
And they cut to like close-ups of some fans like really concerned because it does incredible.
Well, and to the point where like people are saying that Fletcher likes to hurt people, and it's like you can clearly tell.
That looked like.
But like Speedball's leading with his shoulder.
Yeah, he knows.
He is fine. Doing. Like it just looks that like this is what happens when your wrestling looks good.
That bump and the one Kendall Gray takes on NXT this week are both pretty vicious looking.
Speedball rolls Fletcher out of the ring. He does like what you would usually do for a schoolboy roll up, but he uses it to get Fletcher out of the ring. I thought that was kind of cool, and then right into the triangle moonsault. Avalanche Michinoku driver from Fletcher for 2. Ridiculous. We get a roll up back and forth. Speedball got a near fall. Fletcher dodges a kick and nails a lightning quick snap half and half. He tries to suplex Speedball onto the steps on the stage. Speedball gets out and he jumps off the stage steps with the Hurricane Rana. Then we get a moonsault off the stage steps. Following moonsault slam from Speedball for 2. Fletcher cuts off Speedball's corner kick and plants him with the Michinoku for 2. I'll never get tired of Fletcher's Michinoku. It's just the best.
It's amazing.
So good. Speedball tries to Hurricane Rana Fletcher out of the ring, but he hangs on, and he powerbombs Speedball on the apron. Fletcher nails a brainbuster for a near fall. Speedball absolutely spikes him on an avalanche poison on it. That was nasty. And he follows up with Ultimate Weapon for a great near fall, and the crowd is
It's funny because I think I just said like 2 or 3 minutes before, like, he just needs to have one more good near fall to really elevate this, and then it came. It was good.
Yeah. Cross-shot gets sunset flip from Speedball for a near fall, which is cool because that's how we won their first match. Then lawn dart, corner kick, turnbuckle brainbuster, Fletcher wins. And then we had Okada's matches next, so he comes in. We get a bit of a standoff between them because he's, kind of encroaching on the moment.
Yeah, I thought this was fantastic.
Another great match with them.
So by WWE standards, gets a lot of time. By AEW, so it got 16 minutes, and they got so much done.
That's fine for me. Yeah, minutes. I would take it. I would even take it they give him 20, but
clearly have great chemistry. Fletcher is an amazing bully, and Speedball is just the classic underdog, right? And
he's so exciting, right?
Incredible offense, both of them for different reasons, and it just works. I could watch these guys wrestle all day long. Honestly, this is the perfect example of this was good enough so that I didn't care that I knew 100% who was winning. But the action's so good for 16 minutes, I really didn't care at all. So I thought this was awesome. The crowd probably elevated it a bit too. It felt kind of special to me. You know how I was the way I was feeling about Ciampa and Darby Allin TV match? This was close to that for me. I love both of those.
Somewhat, yeah, but it'll never be as special as their first match to me.
No, but this was an awesome match.
This was great. I think this is probably my second favorite match between them. I think their second match is probably my third favorite.
I agree.
It was so good. I don't know if you can ever top their first one, like I said, but this is as great as you would expect from these guys, and it's as close as you can get to that first one for now.
Was the first one when we were in...
It was the C2 one.
And I was gone, right? And is that the night Everett was watching it? in the hotel?
That's the second match.
That was the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was like, man, they even have a better one. That's right. Okay, sorry.
Because the first one was like the C2 is winner is coming.
Right.
Their chemistry, like you said, it's so special, and they're just one of my favorite pairings for matches anywhere right now.
Yep.
It'd be like them, I think. Fletcher Ospreay's another one of them, and Ospreay Takeshita.
And I'm so happy for Bailey getting an audience, just the wider than he was getting in Canada and Indies and whatever, right? Like he's
in
awesome.
TNA, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The crowd has been great all night, but they were just on another level here, especially with the near falls. The action was amazing. Fletcher's just, like you said, he's so heavy hitting. He's such a great bully. He has such great speed and timing, and he hits so heavy, and he's got some really good power moves. And Speedball just has some crazy strikes and athleticism, and they gel so well together. It's just insane. No surprises the result here, but you really can't complain. He wins these guys.
Fletcher almost, and I know this is what people say about him, and I don't believe it, but like he almost comes across as reckless, but as like part of his character, and I think it's awesome.
But he's clearly not.
I know. I agree. But like, he has that extra on everything where he just seems reckless.
He puts some extra oomph on everything.
Yes.
Like when he lariats someone, or when he kicks somebody, or when he jumps on the Michinoku, or when he darts someone. And also, we love it. He's screaming through everything, which
yes,
it really does help.
It helps.
I do.
I don't want everyone to do it all the time, but
he does it super well, and it adds to that aggressive style I think he has, and it makes it feel like he's really trying to kill him. Like when he's running with Speedball on his shoulder and darting him into the corner of the barricade, and he's going the whole time. It makes it feel like he's like gonna try to kill this guy.
Very easy to suspend the disbelief with Fletcher. Yeah, it just looks like he's beating the hell out of people.
Fletcher's just legit. I'm really excited for when. I mean, he's got to be facing Okada in some capacity. I'd be surprised if Takeshita wasn't there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Then we get more trio stuff because it's Don Callis family, which that's why Okada's here. It's Okada, Hechicero, and Kevin Knight against Mystico, Old Man Jericho, and Darby Allin.
My only note on this one, a good Judas effect, ?
Oh, yeah. That was good.
It was good. Credit where credit is due.
Yeah, Knight's back to his old theme song, which I thought was weird, despite he had a different, slower instrumental one at Redemption. Now he's back to his theme song he had, during Jet Speed, but with a different intro cut.
Sure.
So that was weird.
Knee pads and intro theme music, your specialty.
Not the only theme song I'll talk about. Well, there's the next match, too. Mystico's not my favorite, but it is always kind of cool seeing how Mexico loves him.
Yeah,
so much.
For sure.
It's pretty crazy. And Jericho's back to his Corazon de Leon look. He does not need to wear trunks in this day and age, but it is better than his glitter pants.
It wasn't my favorite look on him at this point.
It wasn't, career. But I will take it over the glitter. Somehow the glitter pants make him look older. But he still came with the Judas, which I thought was funny.
He did.
It's like the Corazon de Leon gear and Tron.
Reinventing himself.
But then it's...
As all his previous things.
Right.
Mashed together. It's a mashup.
Jericho hits basically an AA on Knight, which was funny. Darby tags in, Knight retreats and tags out. Darby goes for a suicide dive on Knight, but Okada just cuts him off midair with a dropkick. He's going to suicide dive Knight, and Okada comes in from the side and dropkicks him into midair. I thought that was awesome. Mystico with the hot tag flurry. It's your typical Mystico hot tag. Just a lot of heads or takedowns, hurricanranas, whatever. That's my thing with him. He's not bad. He's just kind of bland to me, and he does the same things every match.
Yeah.
And granted, you could say a similar thing about Dorada, but the things Dorada does every match are insane.
I'd way rather watch Dorada for whatever reason.
Or Commander on the same show. Commander does the same couple things every match. You can basically bet on seeing the rope walk thing to the outside, but it's insane looking, and he does a lot of crazy stuff. Meanwhile, Mystico, it's he'll do a tilt-a-whirl head scissors. He'll do a hurricanrana where he somehow lands on his feet, and that's cool and all.
And La Mystica's super fast and looks cool.
That is a cool move, and I'm not saying he has bad stuff, but it's just he's not the most excellent luchador. Maybe in his prime he was doing, but based on the stuff he does, I have a hard time imagining his prime was much different from this.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't see it.
He's fine,
but yeah, he's good. I enjoy him usually.
Codebreaker,
the way he's used in AEW, I like him.
It's fine, yeah. Codebreaker to Okada. Darby tags in and immediately goes after Knight. Scorpion Deathlock to him. And then we get dives to the floor. It's Jericho Old Man dive to Okada. Darby coffin drop to Knight. Mystico crossbody to Hechicero. Knight lines up for a coast to coast on Daria, but Jericho hits him with the Judas effect midair. It looked awesome.
Looked really good.
Really well timed and
And we're hard on his Judas effect a lot.
Especially when you have Noam Dar and Andrade existing.
And Kendall Gray does it now.
Yeah. But man, Jericho nailed that one. Credit where credit is due.
He did.
He did great. Finished, we have Walls Jericho Okada's locked in. Hechisero's locked in La Mystica, and so Darby hits a common drop tonight to get the win. Another empty calorie match, I thought.
For sure.
Maybe not as enjoyable as the opener, but still enjoyable enough. It's some crowd-pleasing fun. They get to see their boy, Mystico, and they get to see a legend like Jericho. There's some really cool spots like Okada's anti-air dropkick and that Judas effect. But aside from the notable spots, it's just some typical breezy fun. Like, there's not really anything you're going to miss.
They got the Mystico entrance, a Mystico match, a Mystico win, right? And yes, it was fun along the way. So, empty calories for sure, right? This is just like, we're going to get you a whole bunch of people you want to see in fun matches and on to the next one. And this was another one.
Yeah, I agree. Then it's Statlander and Persephone. And it sounded to me like Statlander was coming out to her original theme.
And it's like, oh, the title's not on the line. So then I assume Statlander's winning, you know? It was weird.
I guess so, yeah. And because Persephone never wins on Dynamite?
No.
So...
But she's a heel now. I don't know why or what happened or what she's mad about, but...
just healing in the Survival of the Fittest. I remember that.
Suddenly. She reminds me of Roosh a little bit for some reason.
Oh, where's Roosh? Remember they remember Roosh was getting super over to the babyface
and now he's gone.
He was challenging MJF for the title, and now he's just dead.
So I'm hoping she could be like a heel like Roosh maybe, where she just cheats nonstop all the time. But then
turns back babyface because that's what Roosh did, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, moonsault off the apron from Statlander, Persephone with a tope con hilo, a cradle falcon arrow from Statlander for 2. Seatbelt pin for 2 from Statlander. She misses a 450. Her landing on her legs looked really bad.
It did look bad.
Persephone hits a spear for 2. Thunder Rosa's in the front row, and she's the CMLL Mexican National Women's Champion or something. I don't know. It's a really old looking belt and a really long, wordy name. It reminds me when I had to type AEW Interim Women's World Champion every week. That was fun. So she's in the front row. Persephone's beefing her for some reason, tries to take her belt. Then she ends up hitting her with her title.
There are a lot of moving parts coming up in this match.
Statlander dives off the apron onto Persephone, but the ref also gets taken out. Phantom pin for Statlander. Sheeta comes in, hits Statlander with Thunder Rosa's belt. Frog splash from Persephone. She wins.
Yes.
So it was fine. I feel like it didn't really fully get going.
The crowd energy was at. This was where it was a low.
I knew it was when you said that.
Yeah.
I knew it.
And it's unfortunate, but this is where the crowd.
Yeah, it was fine. I always kind of groan when Thunder Rosa's involved because I just don't like her anymore. We don't care. We've been out on her for a long time now.
Yes, we have.
I'm glad Persephone finally got a big win in AEW, even if it was through nefarious means. And I do kind of like her. Like, there's something there.
Yep, I agree.
They just need to do more with her.
I think so, too. The match was solid. Just, like, Thunder Rosa's involved. Sheeta's involved. There's a ref bump. There were a bunch of counters, but some of them I felt like were just kind of slow. And nothing wrong with the match overall, but we don't know anything about Persephone. And Stat is not exactly like charisma plus. So there wasn't much for me to latch onto. And I feel like the crowd was kind of like, felt the same way. Like, okay, like, what are we grabbing onto here? And there wasn't much. Yeah, so fine. It was totally solid, fair. But I just didn't get into it, I guess.
Agreed. Then we get the Demand taking on Hangman Page and Bardito.
And there was a brief Osprey Davis recap before this one. Just a hype package.
Which I think the babyfaces are called Good, Bad, and the Ugly now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for the trios titles. Yay. Because there was that post-match stuff or whatever last week. And Hangman came up for the save randomly, remember? So this is kind of, I guess, following up on that.
Yeah.
We get like a mariachi entrance and entrance gear for the faces, including like a different theme song. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Brody King does like that roper bound double arm drag, the lucha kind of stuff he does.
It's very surprising, yeah.
It's
just
so
looks
funny.
Weird, the huge man.
Hanging with the fall with Sam and Ricochet and a slingshot plant to Leona. Stereo dives to the floor from the Demand, which was surprising. King with a cannonball to go on the corner. Ricochet strike calm to Hangman. Hangman comes back with a discus lariat. Both down. Then Hangman takes out to Bandito and he goes on a tear. Leona manages a triple Samoan drop to the babyfaces. That wasn't. I really didn't think he was going to do it because Brody King,
it looked like, and as he should, it looked like it was a bit of a struggle to take the steps to get him on, fine, to take the steps to kind of get to the middle.
Realistically so, yeah.
Yes.
It was pretty crazy. Suicide dive from King wipes out Ricochet and Khan. Bandito's going for the 21 plex on Leona. You can't do it. Hangman hits a boot for the assist. So like now Leona's broken from the ropes, but Bandito still can't do it. So we get a buckshot German and new champs.
Crazy.
So I thought this was solid. I feel like this one also could have done with a bit more time, like the Persephone stat.
Yep.
But the action was good and everyone had some time to shine. Just not the most exciting trios match ever. I think there could have been more here. But it was nice to see Hangman back. It just needed a more energetic final stretch like we tend to have in the high octane trios matches. I would like to say the result surprised me, but I had some sort of feeling that the Demand was going to lose here.
I was surprised that this is the biggest transitional champions ever.
The Dogs had a 1-day run,
I guess,
but I think that was because Gabe Kidd got injured. So yes, this one felt like an intentional transition. I had a feeling they're going to drop the titles here. Like it would be just they just won the belt, and it'd be really surprising to beat such a star-studded team.
It would, but right? I was just like, there's no way they're just flipping them that fast.
The trio titles have been doing that this year.
True,
because it was. What? Like, it went from, I don't remember when they won it, but it was the Ops had it, and then I don't remember when they lost them, but it was Hangman and Jet Speed. I think that was this year. Hangman and Jet Speed won them. Then they lost those to the Callis family, I think, right? And the Callis family lost them to Mystico and Jet Speed.
Right.
Then they lost them to the Dogs, I think. Then a day later, the Dogs lost them to the Conglomeration, I think, because Gabe Kidd got injured. And then it was Demand, and then this. So now, I don't know. It's interesting. So that's fine. At least they got a longer title run than the Dogs. I'm glad Heyman got gold since the whole thing is like he's on a quest for other belts since he can't win the title anymore. Yep. But I wish he went for a belt he hadn't already held, and he like I said already held this belt this year. Like he was talking about like the national title, the international title, and then other 16 titles he can go for. But then he goes for the
trios,
the one that he already held, which is fine. I think Hangman and Brody is a really cool team if you give them something meaningful to do. Like, that sounds awesome to me.
And the buckshot into the 21-plex is a cool finish. I wish they'd find a way to put Brody King in there, too, somehow.
Yeah.
So he doesn't just get cut out of the finish.
You could always do, like, a cannonball and then set that up. Yeah. Maybe, like, you could have him in, like, maybe in a setup. Because I don't know if having 3 people in a move is always the most easy thing to do.
Into a Gonzo bomb.
We'll get a Gonzo bomb later.
Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah, I thought this was good.
Me, too. I thought it was a good match. I definitely was not expecting the title change, but the crowd loved this match as well. And again, Hangman's back, and remember, commentary reminded us he had that moment in Mexico, right, where he cut the promo in Spanish and sort of explained. So I think the crowd kind of likes him as well. So they were given another.
He can speak full Spanish now.
Another sort of treat for the.
And they like Bandito, obviously.
They do. The local crowd. So yeah, fun trios match, and I was surprised by the title change.
Then main event time, it's Ospreay and Dunkzilla in Mexico City street fight. No interference, and everyone's not allowed there, and all that jazz. Slingshot punch off from Ospreay. Davis body slams Ospreay on a tire. There's a tire for some reason.
Yeah, there was.
Powerball on the apron from Davis. He throws some chairs in the ring, then he just hucks a trash can on Ospreay's head. They're fighting atop the stage after the break. And he hits Ospreay with something like slab. It looked like it was like plywood or something like that. Like
I don't know
what drywall.
Yeah, maybe
is the word I'm looking for. I think Ospreay like falls down the stairs. I thought it was kind of funny. Davis throws Ospreay into a chair wedge in the corner. Then Ospreay is busted open pretty hard. We get some fork nonsense, and they're both bleeding.
Very much so.
Davis he hits basically a running Gonzo bomb on some seated chairs.
Looked crazy.
Looked awesome.
Yeah.
Dick grab and a nasty apron pile from Ospreay. Just not a low blow. He just gets a handful of that.
Yep.
Hidden blade for near fall. Davis ends up basically hitting Destination Hellhole for a near fall.
Incredible.
Awesome. Sal's clash from Ospreay for a near fall. Ospreay with the repeated ground forearms. Then barbed wire on Davis's head. Hidden blade with said barbed wire, and it's over.
So Ospreay pulls the trigger, I guess is what they're saying, right?
Maybe.
He went in a little extra violent, maybe. I don't know.
Also, just felt like typical Street Fight fair. Like
crazy main event.
Yes.
Really fun. It felt different from everything else on the show, right? And just the decision to have your all-in main eventer like 3 weeks away from your WrestleMania main event, having a match like this, like they're clearly not cautious, right? Which is
I'm
fun.
Okay with, yeah.
As a viewer, is really fun to watch. Another great showing for Davis, right? His star has risen so much in 2026, and I'm super happy for him. He had some really killer near falls and just some high impact stuff from that guy, right? Like he's
so smash mouth and he's so exciting.
It's like what we said about Fletcher, and you're like, imagine if they ever went back to just being, if tag team wrestling was really revered the way it should be, those two should just be destroying
like Aussie
people
Open
forever.
Would be an insane super team now.
Yes.
Like if they ever just decided they should
they're both amazing
bullies. They were
both
both singles champions, but if they ever are both singles champions again, like them, if they just decide, hey, let's win the tag titles too, they would be so insane now. And because they were a killer when they were a team before. Yes. Like, I thought they were great then. But now, they would be it would be crazy.
In a universe where tag team wrestling is treated the way it should be, they would be a huge draw.
Like, Aussie Open would be unstoppable.
And Ospreay, just like that, he just continues to show you, like, any opponent, any style, doesn't matter. I'm good. Like, he's amazing.
And, like, it's like they have great chemistry because I'm sure they're buddies.
Yes.
But not quite to the degree of him and Fletcher, but still.
No.
It's so good.
Super fun main event. Again, super violent. I know who's winning, and I ended up not caring at all because it was just so fun.
If it's good enough, it's fine.
That's right.
Overall thoughts?
Great main event. Trios match, the Andrade, I thought was pretty awesome as well. Bailey Fletcher was a banger. Like, a really strong MJF segment kind of out of nowhere. Women's match, kind of a lull. Other matches were, like, as you said, empty calorie. Mm-hmm. Overall, really fun, though. I'm torn between two grades. What are you saying? I haven't written anything down yet. I don't know if there's enough segments that are important to put it into A for me.
I guess, but you can also look at it as like it's a TV special and it's really great. We did
get 3 matches I would say I loved. 2 that I enjoyed.
A good Dynamite. Because let me look.
I'm gonna go high B+, and
I'm probably gonna agree with you just because there's a couple matches I wasn't as like they're just like fine, they're good. Because like opener's good, Triple Threat was really good, women's trios was solid, Fletcher Bailey was awesome. The other trios match was with the Don Callis family, that was fine. Persephone Stylander was okay. The trios titles match was good. The main event was really good.
I just need a segment like Monet or Willow or like the Ospreay Omega stuff, right? To really push it for me.
Yeah, and I would probably take that over like the Don Callis family match.
Did get MJF promo,
oh yeah, that was good cool. Too. I forgot about that. I did like that. But yeah, I'll keep it as a B+ too.
Yep, it's just very, very good show.
It definitely stands out, just even the environment, right?
That's what I was gonna say. It felt different. It did stand
Beach Break, which is why I liked having that beach setting.
Yep, good show. All right, so next we'll shift gears and we'll get into a little bit of trivia in a segment we like to call Off the Top of His Head. On NXT this week, they said, where is it? They described Lola Vice and Kendall Gray as the 2 best crossover athletes in the history of NXT. So that got me wondering.
Baszler.
Let's do some trivia on that. I don't know if she made this or not. So I asked for a creation of basically, what was my input, my prompt? NXT trivia about crossover athletes coming from other sports, the top 12 with escalating hints, accomplishments, previous sports, etc., and answers. Okay, so 12. Hint 1. Before wrestling, this athlete competed at the NCAA Division I level as a track and field athlete.
Is this only NXT?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That track and field. I know someone who did track and field. I just don't remember.
There's probably more than one. The hints get better, I think. Their original sport involves specifically throwing, I believe.
Shot put. Again, I know, but there's so many now.
So the hint 3, youngest NXT North American champion in history, won the 2024 Men's Iron Survivor. If those are correct.
Is it? Oh, it's not Oba.
It is Oba Femi. Yeah.
Huh.
If those are right, who knows?
I know he won Iron Survivor. I just don't remember which one, but I think that's right.
This wrestler's previous sport actually produced a professional opportunity before WWE. I'll give you another hint. It's basketball.
That's not.
Standout college athlete, once set an NCAA tournament record with 27 rebounds in a game. I'll give you another hint. Woman.
Lash Legend?
Yes.
She's the only female basketball person.
Final hint, selected in the WNBA draft, which I don't think I knew.
That also would not help me at all.
Before joining NXT. Okay. This wrestler's previous sport is rugby. Before WWE, played professionally in the United Kingdom.
Fraser?
No.
No, he was soccer. He was football.
Their WWE career included, this is true, an NXT Tag Team Championship reign. with
Sorry, NXT tag title and say that again.
career included NXT Tag Team Championship reign with Andre Chase.
Duke Hudson?
No.
Ridge Holland.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I knew that one right off the rugby because I remember them touting
No,
him.
that does make sense.
I
honestly forget about that guy.
Okay, this athlete's previous sport is gymnastics. May not narrow it down that much.
Kalani Jordan.
Want to take a guess? Correct. And I'll talk about it on NXT. She's kind of funny right now. She just is this whiner about like not getting her opportunity. She's amusing me. Yeah, her other clues were brought those skills coming on it. Well, that's not really anything. Naturally athletic performers made history at Battleground 2024, becoming first ever NXT Women's North American Champion.
That would have been a giveaway.
This former NXT star was good enough at the previous sport to get an NFL opportunity. So obviously football.
Corbin.
No. Played college football because you're an expert on these things. Kennesaw State.
Mojo Rawley.
No. I won't say the name, but they are second generation WWE.
Well, is it Breaker?
Yes.
Okay.
Braun Breaker. Number 6. Previous sport was basketball.
No.
Unlike Lash Legend, they didn't become known for primarily scoring. That helps you.
That's not helpful.
The other clue's useless. This one says, part of WWE's inaugural Next in Line class.
All right, cool.
I don't even know this name. Lexi Gordon.
Who?
Their source is the WWE website.
That's not a person.
From December 6th, 2021. So I don't think they ever became anything.
I don't think so.
Football player.
Corbin.
No. Attended Hampton University and later South Carolina.
I don't know.
Actually attended Eagles camp before
I don't know what that.
Before
like the Eagles, the team.
Before becoming one of NXT's biggest breakout personalities. That's fair. No longer with them, now on main roster. Football. Might have just lost a belt.
Trick?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he did football. I was like, what?
Another football player. Oh, wow. If you know this, I'll go straight to the non-sport because it's like 2/3 of the hints are their sports stuff, which helps you not at all.
Like maybe slightly in some of them, but like
nothing beyond like they played this sport. Any of their like actual accomplishments means nothing to you.
That means nothing.
So the right to the good hint. They became the winner of the 2022, is this true? Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
The Moss?
Yes,
Yeah.
Riddick Moss.
Yeah.
He had the look, man. He was big.
He just never did anything.
He
was Baron Corbin's sidekick, so you knew his ceiling wasn't high.
True. This isn't a name anyone would know. You ever heard of Peter Howard before?
No.
Okay, we'll move on. Rugby and discus. Oh, this one's good. NFL. Appeared in NXT as part of a cocky tag team. Had NFL stints. I'm going to add a hint. There's speculation that he was like a mole when he was
Sabatelli?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tino
I can't believe you
Sabatelli.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he was like
sent
by WWE to infiltrate.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There's a hint that actually helps you. There's another name I've never heard of.
Remember him and Moss were a team back? We saw them in the house show days.
I think that's about it because they're...
because other than maybe Sabatelli and Moss, like it feels like it's clearly like the current-ish era of NXT. Because like how do you do crossover athletes in NXT and not talk about Baszler at all?
Right.
Like
maybe they consider fighting because they also didn't...
It is a crossover because they considered Rousey a crossover.
They also didn't mention Lola Vice or Kendall Gray. And I didn't ask...
Kendall Gray, I feel like at least because that's wrestling, that one's fair. But like, yeah, Vice, but like, how do you not include Baszler?
Okay, there's one more actually, sorry. The 12th one, they just duplicated Riddick Moss with different clues.
In case I didn't get it the first time.
But this one, enormous athlete, that is true.
Lars Sullivan.
Had unusual international route into American football. Nope. Born in Poland. Doesn't help you. 6'10", 350 pounds.
Who the hell is Polish?
He has a very unique first name that was his wrestling name, I think, for a bit. Big guy, not very good.
Was it Dabakato?
What did he have any other names?
Babatunde?
Yes. I was like, I think so. I think that's the right guy. Yes.
Commander Aziz.
You got it. So I don't know if that's right. If he was a professional football player, I feel like they made that up.
He does not look.
But anyways,
he doesn't look like he does anything.
Not the best trivia we'd ever done. The idea was good. The execution, not super. But anyways, shift gears back into talking about anything from the week that usually ends up being just NXT, but we'll see if anything else comes up. We call it Highspots and Restholds. Was there anything from Raw you wanted to discuss? I didn't have anything notable that we didn't already. I don't know if we talked about a couple SummerSlam things. I don't know if there's anything pressing on Raw. I don't remember anything.
So they don't do things anymore.
All right, NXT did stuff, and I watched it. To mixed reviews, to be honest. Jada Parker is in a tag team now. An odd couple tag team. Who's her partner?
Thea Hale.
Correct.
Oh, I was guessing.
So they beat Natty's lackey team of Nikita Lyons and Carmen Petrovich.
It's so funny, the duality of like people doing things different places, because like here Petrovich is like a lackey in Natalia, but then she's in like that menacing group in AAA with right? Nima.
Yeah.
So it's so funny to me how that works.
Yes, how it's like I think they feel like people don't watch both, so they can just have two completely different characters.
Yeah, or it's like when Lawler would be a heel commentator in the WWF, and it's like then he was like the biggest babyface in Memphis.
Yes. What a lovely slime ball of a man that guy is too, eh? Parker and Hale even have a little like dancing spot they do mid-match. Jada almost gets rolled up off a Natty distraction, but she ends up hitting her teardrop thing in the corner. Thea follows up with her coffin drop, and the baby faces win. The heels are sore losers, attack after the match, but Parker and Hale successfully fend them off. Feels like this program's going to continue, and I get it, right? They're doing like, this is badass Jada Parker and girl next door Thea Hale, right? So we're going to put them together as like the odd couple.
It could work.
It could.
It just sucks that they don't have tag titles on NXT anymore.
I know.
Because
what are they do? Like, you're going to make them a real tag team to what end?
The main roster ones are tri-brand.
They are.
But they've literally never gone to NXT people.
Right.
So it's not going to happen.
Doesn't feel like it. Does feel like a bit of a step back for Jada Parker, who they seem to really be trying to do something singles-wise. Thea Hale's had no real direction in quite a while, probably since the death of Chase U.
Other than when she was North American champion accidentally.
True, right. I agree. There's potential in an odd couple team like this, so we'll see where it goes. The match itself was nothing special, just kind of like a newly formed team overcoming a whole bunch of cheating by Natty and her. Like, it's just a jobber heel team, right? Basically. Another interaction between Tony D, Grayson Waller, and Santana. Sorry, Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana's uncle. Grayson Waller is running the risk of like actually burying these guys a little bit. So I'm enjoying it because he's entertaining, but is it good for the program and good for... So Tony comes out. He's pissed that Waller came out and was disrespectful to the NXT brand. He's not going to be a stepping stone for Waller. Waller's going to face consequences for saying what he said. But he's old news. I want to talk to Cruz Montana. Waller comes out instead, and he's on a platform in sort of the crowd. And he's basically like, he's already bored by Tony. Everyone's talking.
I would be.
That's the problem, is he's kind of right about everything. And he delivers it better.
But you're supposed to like boo him for it.
And then so he's like, everyone, guess what everybody's talking about from last week's NXT? Not you, like me showing up and doing cutting this promo. He's the money fight, so the title and Tony needs to go through him because he's the one getting some attention to this brand, and he's not really wrong. Tony wants Waller to come to the ring, reminds Waller that in the 2.0 era, why you would remind people about the 2.0 era, I don't know.
That feels like it should be like...
Is this true?
Their shame.
2.0 era, they were on the same team for a War Games match.
Yep.
It
was them, Mello, and Trick.
Tony points out that the other guys involved became champions. Breaker, Tony, Mello.
Oh, wait, sorry, Trick wasn't there, but Trick was there.
He was involved, but he wasn't in it.
Yes, it was Mello and Breaker, that's right.
While Waller hasn't, and I thought that he should, like, Waller's rebuttal should be something about, like, yeah, because I got promoted to main roster while you stayed here, you know what I mean, and stuffed people in trunks or whatever. Waller responds by saying that more people are talking about him for seizing the moment while the rest of the roster goes to social media to complain. Santana comes out, tells his story about growing up tough and still living in a rough area as Waller visibly yawns in the background. He tries to take a shot at Waller about rehearsing his lines, but I thought it kind of fell flat. Waller says the opinion of the fans doesn't matter. He basically is like, dude, you tell the same story all the time. Like, I get that you grew up rough and you grew up whatever, and
him and Royce
like,
Keys, I think,
it's
do that
the same thing
yeah.
all the time. And he's like, that's great that you conquered your demons. Waller says he has demons too, but he's going to listen to his. And that fire that Santana is showing, yeah, me too. And he's like, that fire you're showing right now, I'm going to piss all over it. So
that's awesome.
Cruz tells Waller that the problem is that Waller only fights for himself and it won't get him anywhere. Waller needs people who depend on him and hold him accountable to become unstoppable. Tony's done with the whole conversation, suggests Stone makes a number 1 contender match between Waller and Montana. And honestly, Waller is getting the old, like we said about Drew McIntyre, the truth-telling heel gimmick.
But like, I feel like for some, that feels like it's so... It depends on how you do it, but there is some... It kind of boxes you in a way, like you're saying.
It's not...
But it doesn't always, because I don't think it was a problem for Drew.
The other guys can rise up in response if they're capable.
It depends how you do it, though.
But I felt like to use that term, WWE or wrestling, like the dog walked a little bit, right? Like at one point, Tony, he's like, wow, Tony, that actually sounded kind of good coming from... Like basically like... You're a terrible promo.
Right, it's kind of...
You're a boring champion. Santana, you just got here and are telling the same story you've been telling for years. Like, you're so boring. I'm not. And he's right. He's kind of...
Because it shines a light on the issues,
it does.
Right? And then there's your problem.
And I like Santana, and I'm like...
Montana.
True. I'm like, you're kind of right, Waller. He does ring that bell a lot.
Well, because like that... See, that's when it's bad. I think it's... You do make a point, like, if he's right, like, pointing out how Tony is boring. But that's fine, because, like, you're already thinking that, so it's kind of whatever. But now he's making you aware of problems with Santana you didn't previously have.
Yes.
That's the problem.
He's drilling down into areas I already knew, but he's also going into new turf.
It's kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then, like, now he's like, now you're going to have that problem with Santana. Yeah. Watch Santana cut, like, let's say Vic sits down with him next week in an interview and he's telling the story, and then you're going to be like, oh, he's telling the same story again. Like, you'll realize it's closer to Monet than you thought, because he's doing the same thing every week, right?
Right.
Or now that I mentioned that,
and that's not good,
right? So,
but I'm enjoying it in the moment.
Yes, it'll just cause problems for you in the future, which is fine.
Even as Montana is going like, you only fight for yourself, Waller's up there going like, yeah, that's right, I do, right? Like, so what?
It's not really a burn if like he's just
like, so
it,
yeah. I don't know. I like Waller. I think is killing it.
He's always been solid on the mic,
but there may be some collateral damage along the way.
It does seem that way,
but we'll see. Zarya and Ren Sinclair had a speed championship match, so they extend that to an epic 5 minutes long, and it went to a draw.
Because yes, title matches are longer. I forgot.
So it went to a time limit draw. I didn't think this was good, and not just because it was 5 minutes. Seemed slow. There was no sense of urgency from Zarya. But
also because it was 5 minutes.
I firmly believe they mistimed the finish. So
I think I saw it.
They awkwardly roll out of the ring. I feel like that happened a little too slow and too late. So when the timer goes and the match is over, Zarya attempts an F5 after it's already over, and Ren Sinclair counters it into whatever, and it's all completely over already. I feel like that was supposed to happen
kind of like
right as but it's like it's already over, and you guys are still hitting moves to each other.
That's why, like, weird. Remember the first Ospreay and MJF match when they had MJF win it, like with 2 seconds left on the clock? They timed it expertly. Yes. You got to be like,
I feel like they were precise. Off by like less than 10 seconds here, and I feel like the push out of the ring didn't go as quickly as it was supposed to. But after the match, Zarya is a sore loser, or not, non-winner. I guess she didn't lose. She attacks F5 as Vic informs us that since Ren retains, she gets a shot at Zarya's title, and I have no idea if they ever mentioned that before that moment. I feel like they didn't. But anyways.
I don't know.
Your boy, Lucian Price, Bronco Nima, they're trying to act like everything's kind of fine, and it's clearly not. Price he's basically like, yeah, well, I'm going to have a backup plan too. And you can see Nima's kind of like, backup plan? Like, that's offensive. Birthright come in bragging about beating OTM last week. Price challenges King to the speed title, saying that a singles career can be his backup plan. And Nima's clearly a little bit miffed at that too, right? Again, the story of the potential split of OTM as fine, but like it'd be so much powerful if they'd actually done anything as a team, right? So it's
because they've had a lot of tag title shots. You could have given it to them at some point.
And at this point, I'm not sure who's going heel. Speaking of this duality, is Nima heel in AAA?
So probably
him, right? Even though it feels like Price is being more the one of like,
because maybe they're gonna flip that on its head. Then
all Nima's doing is working for the company that
their company owns,
right? And going there,
like for all intents and purposes, is AAA not the same thing as NXT, where it's just another branded WWE?
Yes.
Like right let's just go with that pretty much.
But it seems like Price is the one that's kind of pissed about it, and now he's like, "Oh, if you're gonna do other stuff, I'm gonna do other stuff." So I don't know where it goes, and the problem is I don't really care that much. Maybe there's so you've always thought there's something with Price.
I do think
of the two, if they're gonna go singles, I think I don't know what Nima's, because there's been matches where I'm like Nima's
the problem one, right?
Yeah. So anyways, we'll see. Kalani Jordan again makes me laugh. So she's talking to Grayson Waller. So she agrees with Waller that things are unfair in NXT, right? Because that's her narrative too. Like she doesn't get shots.
They would be an interesting duo.
And then she's like, when I get my title shot, I'll win first try, unlike you, basically, she says to him. So she walks away. Mason Rook shows up, and he's not cool with Waller calling the roster soft. Waller says that Rook, I honestly think Grayson Waller, this was a fat joke. Like, he kind of looks at Rook, and he's like, you don't know the meaning. You don't know about sacrifice. Basically, like, you are clearly an indulgent person.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, okay. I can
like,
see
you
that.
clearly don't deny your... Cause,
like, he's not, like, sharing food or something like that.
Because part of Waller's thing is he's, like, super shredded right now, right? So his whole thing is clearly you're not eating clean and whatever. Like, I think that was my interpretation anyways. But anyways, doesn't matter because Cam Hendricks comes out to attack Mason Rook. And I think officials have to separate them. Then I was very surprised, another surprising title change for me this week. Bourne and Heights.
Oh, right. I couldn't remember what it was for a second.
Actually beat Vanity Project to become tag champs. And it was weird. The match actually was good. I have no problem with it. But I guess about halfway through, commentary go out of their way to point out a tactical mistake by Heights. So Bourne's taken a beating, right? Heights tags in, and then he does the classic, I've complained about it sometimes. Why is he tagging Bourne back in so quickly when Bourne was just getting destroyed and he's barely recovered? So, like, Vic Joseph is telling us
I feel like I've seen that pointed out in AEW before,
So I'm like, oh, that's where this match is going. They're going to lose because Heights makes a tactical mistake, Heights turns heel, and we're going to tell this story for the third time or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, that is not where it went. Bourne ends up getting isolated. Heights actually has a really impressive hot tag. And I will say, man, in this match, I thought, what's his name? Ricky Smokes?
Yes.
I thought his selling was really good in this, which is something like for young dudes. Again, though, they're actual wrestlers, not NIL people, right?
Yeah, they're indies, I think.
So I thought he was good here. Anyways, Vanity Project cheat a bunch. Micah and Jackson Drake get sent to the back by the ref. Baylor gets, I think, clotheslined out of the ring. Smokes takes both finishers from the other guys and gets pinned, and the title changes hands. The match was really good. I just questioned the results. Vanity Project are a cool young heel team and faction, and I thought the belts just added something to them, right? It allows them to really embrace being douchebags when you have
and they're like an actual team who've been teaming for a decent amount of time.
And you have proof that you're the best team in the company, right? So for Heights and Bourne, it feels like props to tell a story of Heights and Bourne.
Yeah, because it's like they're singles guys right now. So it's like, it's not the singles guys feuding that win the tag titles, but it's something like that.
Because the vibe is Bourne doesn't really care about the tag titles, but he'll do it for his buddy.
But isn't he, isn't he the one who wanted the tag title shot?
So he's like, what my interpretation is yes, but he's like, heart's not in it. I'm a singles guy. Hey, buddy, I'll throw you a bone. We'll go for lesser titles together.
That'll be like Heights,
and I think
the
that's
catalyst for Heights' turn.
I think so.
Okay.
So I think that's where we're heading. And it's just like, we've told this story.
Can we also get Jackson Drake the North American title at some point?
I would argue we've told the Heights and Bourne story twice already in pretty tight timeline. And now we're going for 3. I don't understand. And we keep trying with these two guys and they're fine in the ring, maybe good in the ring, but like, I don't know. I don't see it. Anyways, Vanity Project are walking backstage. They're mad, and Micah and Carver share another moment kind of as they pass each other. They're checking each other out here. And then we do get Keanu Carver in his third match against EK Prosper. Prosper's had 2 kind of surprising wins over Carver, right? So this is the third.
I did see the finish of this. And commentary I thought was just kind of funny on this.
In what way? Go ahead. Because I don't have many
just because
notes.
the fact that they were surprised to use a small package, which I get the point is that like
that
he used tactics.
That was the story of the match.
He used a smarter tactic instead of like doing his brute force thing to win. It's just funny that like they're so surprised that like yes he's like this smashing brute, but like
he learned an inside cradle. So he is now Daniel Bryan.
That's what they're trying to imply. But like, it's also just, it's not like everyone has a basic understanding of wrestling, even if like they don't like the small package is not that profound of a maneuver. So like, I get the story they're telling. I'm not even saying it's like a bad thing to do. It's just funny to me because I'm like, oh wow, he used a small package. How advanced, how sophisticated.
So it's funny you say that, even just from seeing the finish. Because
that's literally all I saw.
My first note is commentary worked really hard to tell us that this is Carver showing us how much he can actually wrestle. To his credit, he did do way more. So he did like an actual rope running part that I didn't know he's ever done.
Maybe they're going to evolve his moveset, and that's fine. But it was just funny how they went about it.
So I don't know. I feel like these guys have chemistry together because every match they've had is kind of...
It's definitely a good styles clash, right?
It's over-delivered for me a bit, I feel like. And this was the most wrestling, quote-unquote, that Carver's done. And he looked fine here. His look is so... He's believable as a badass, right?
I don't like Carver's ring gear.
If he can just keep... I kind of like it because it's minimalist. It's like... My dream is that he gets with Heyman or something, and he's like... I can barely control this guy. He doesn't want to do any interviews or anything. He's just here to make money and hurt people. And I think they have something with him.
They could.
We'll see. James and Griffin. Oh, I'm like, who are James and Griffin? Because that's my next note. It
took me a second too.
It's the Dark State boys.
Okay.
And they don't understand why Dion Lennox is still so mad after picking up a win. Dion's behind them and can hear them. It's one of those like, I'm right here, guys. I can hear you. What he has always wanted for Dark State was to be untouchable. They used to be champions and be feared. He doesn't like being complacent. Saquon Sugars won't walk away when he's around them because nobody is safe. And James and Griffin came across as absolute goobers here. Like the whole mystique of them being this like scary invading team that nobody's safe.
How far they've fallen.
Oh my God, it's crazy. And the Lennox...
I don't even think they were up that high to begin with.
They weren't. But... The Lennox Sugar stuff needs to end. Sugars needs to get... And Lennox too.
Sugars is kind of cool.
I actually think Lennox has some potential too. But anyways. So Shiloh Hills here, as he tells us he broke his face, as I talked about in the news. He can't work out, so he uses his time to research. And this was kind of interesting because he tells us the story. He's like, oh, you know, the Intercontinental title, it was first won by Pat Patterson in a tournament, but there's no evidence of the tournament existing and blah, 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 blah.
Because fake.
I assumed Mist in wrestling came from Japan, but it actually started in the States, and then a guy took it over to Japan, and then it came back from Japan. So it was stuff like this, right? And I have to say, like, he's super comfortable speaking like this. Like, he's very comfortable doing this stuff.
Just, I don't know.
And again, maybe the injury derails the nonsense he was doing before. But
no.
His gimmick is everything still. So now he's like down the...
He's a wrestling connoisseur.
He's down the internet. Because he can't work out, so he's down a rabbit hole of internet.
Right.
He should get radicalized into something when he comes back by being on the internet all the time. That'd be cool. Anyways, Angels accuses Hannah Montana's uncle of being the new guy and getting opportunities. Montana points out that he was in NXT as part of TNA a while ago, wrestled at the Great American Bash, while Angels has been there 3 months and is actually the new guy. So I'm like, okay.
That's a decent point,
I guess. But I think this is like a little mini program for Montana, right? He has to get something in there ahead of...
At least it's not like... It's better for Angels than dealing with Tooth Boy.
True. Have you heard anything, Main Events Next, about the Underground match?
No.
So Kendall Gray, she retains as expected. So Lola Vice loses her first time in an Underground match. It's kind of her match.
I thought so, right? Because I think she's going up.
It's only 9 minutes. I enjoyed it. It did kind of feel like a real fight. Gray took a couple crazy bumps. One was she's on the apron. I know technically maybe it's not an apron if there's no ropes, but you know what I mean.
It's the edge
she's on
the edge of the ring, the hardest part.
And her foot gets swept out, and she goes face first onto the steps. And they showed it from 3 different angles, and it looked incredible. And then they show her sitting there with blood coming out of her ear.
That's really surprising for them. Especially with how much Netflix has been censoring it.
And this was late enough in the week that I was getting the Netflix censored version.
Maybe they don't care enough about NXT.
Maybe.
Or because like the CW will allow it, so they're like, okay, whatever.
So then we come back from a break and her head is almost comically taped up. So then I'm like, is this fake?
Do you remember in the dog pound cage match when Hanare had
it
like that?
It seemed like overkill.
You remember that?
Yeah.
It seems like, I don't know, the way it sounds, it reminds me of that.
It seemed like overkill. Anyways, lots of holds and counters. There's a ref bump late. Vice took off her glove to get out of a submission hold, and then she drilled the spinning back fist without the glove, but hit the ref by accident. So the ref's down. She chokes out Kendall Gray, releases the hold because she realizes the ref's not coming to stop the fight. As she goes to get the ref, Ren Sinclair's reaching over and like slapping Kendall Gray across the face to get her back to conscious. And she does. And eventually Gray puts on a nasty looking armbar that also had like the back of her knee up against Vice's head and was like almost looked like it was wrenching her neck and armbar at the same time. Hugs and respect after the match. Pretty emotional looking Vice. I don't know if that's a sign she's leaving or not. I'm not convinced, to be honest. I know that's the speculation is she's leaving soon, but I'm not sure.
I mean,
she's more ready than some that have gone.
Get her in the women's mid-card title for SmackDown, the women's US title. I don't know.
I guess. Really good main event, quality defense for Kendall Gray, who can now easily move on from Lola Vice to a new challenger. It's only 9 minutes, but I did quite like it, actually. So yeah, good stuff from them. And I think that's all I've got for this week. As you yawn.
I think I'm also good.
Keeping you up, bud? Okay, well, we're going to wrap up episode 316 right here. We'll be back next week to talk about another week of professional wrestling. Hope to see you back here. And until then, everybody, take care.